Hi, and welcome back to Women in Community Sport. Tonight, I've got an interview with Belinda Bowie. Belinda's been involved in football for a long time, and we'll learn all about her story and how she got involved and what she's up to these days in regards to her sport. So, welcome to the channel, Belinda.
Thanks, Sue. It's really great to be on here. I know we've been trying to schedule this for some time, so it's great. Our calendars finally sync up.
Yay. Yeah, absolutely. So, let's go right back to the start. So, when you were a kid, did you play a lot of sport?
So probably going back to the start is I have a twin brother, Matthew. So we spent a lot of time, obviously playing together. And I've got an older brother, a little bit older brother, Brett, who obviously played football as well. So I spent a lot of time doing whatever they did. If they played cricket, I played cricket. If they played football, I played football. So probably back at the very start was Matthew was playing under 10 football 1 year for St Kilda City. They were short. I went to every game, and they said, "Can you play? Can you fill in?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Or I think I just said, "Oh yeah, sure, no worries,
Yep.
whatever." I don't even know if I did anything. I probably just stood there doing nothing in tight little shorts or something like that. But after that, I loved playing. I loved playing with the boys. It was like I had 18 more brothers because they just looked after me. And if anyone was a bit rough towards me, then 4 or 5 boys came in and were like, you can't do that. So from then I was hooked with football. I loved it.
Yep. So back in those days, girls weren't allowed to play footy after a certain age, were they? So what did
Yes.
you do then?
So when they told me I wasn't allowed to play football anymore for that team, I was pretty disappointed and quite upset. And so I just went on to umpire. I was their boundary umpire, and I ran boundary every year, or every game for them, and until I guess we stopped, or I was doing year 12 or something, and the coach who coached me back in juniors had started the women's team at St Kilda City, and he rang me and said, "Can you come and play?" Now, I'd had a club call me. We must have played school footy, and I had a club call me. I think it was Hallam back then. They called me and said, "Can you come? You want to come play women's football?" And I said, "No, no, no. Look, I can't. I'm doing year 12. It's too hectic. I can't. I've got no time for it." My ex-coach rings, Charlie Hope from St Kilda City, and says, "Belinda, we're starting a women's team. Can you come down and play?" I'm like, "Absolutely, I'll be there." So, it was just back in the old club, and loved it. We played. It was our first year, 1992, and I don't know if we won any games, but I was hooked from then.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sometimes just being out there is a win, let alone actually winning
Absolutely.
games. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So that was 1992. So
So I was a
then
17-year-old back then, playing,
yeah.
running around in tight little shorts and long hair, and yeah, loved it. Because I was doing year 12, I didn't have my license either, so I just came and played on game day. Didn't train anything like that, and it wasn't until the next year that I could get to training that I could play, and yeah, I just loved it. I don't know what it was, and I don't know why I kept coming back and kept playing, but it was just something that once you start, it's very, very hard to stop.
Yep. And there's lots of it's not just playing the game of football either, is it? It's the whole, everything that comes with playing a game of football. So it's, being
Absolutely.
part of a team and, having friends that have likes that, that you have something in common with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
I mean, especially, I guess we know, now like previously when you're playing senior football, it was all about, winning and, being the best you could be and blah, blah, blah. But now with Masters, like even looking at my team, there are women from so many different demographics. We've got CEOs, we've got IT managers, we've got nurses, we've got teachers, we've got just this massive mix of women who we'd never cross paths any other time. But we all come together and play football, and we actually all really love being together, being great teammates, but also just spending time together and having fun. And it's not about going out and drinking. It's about, just being together and having fun and enjoying each other's company. And that's what we love the most. So there's times when, I go to training, there's times coaching when I don't want to be there. I've had a shit day or a shit week, but you get to training and you drag yourself out of your car, and then you see your teammates and you have a joke and you muck around and you laugh, and then you leave and go, I'm so glad I went to training. And I say a lot to a lot of my players, because they're mums and they've got, full-time jobs and families. I always say, thank you for coming to training. I know how hard it is to get here because there's so many reasons why you shouldn't be here. But thank you for actually coming and spending some time, doing some time for yourself to be with us. Because I know whatever your day has, you'll feel better when you leave. And we do. We just love it. So it's changed from when I first started to now. But, I certainly wouldn't give that up anytime soon.
Yeah. So in your did you play right through your 20s? Was there ever a time when you actually stopped playing football?
Yeah, when COVID hit.
Yeah, that was, I think we all had to stop then, but So you've just kept on keeping on.
Yeah, just rolling along, and it's getting harder and harder to get out of bed, and harder to run those laps. That first lap is always the worst. But I've been really lucky, touch wood, with injury. I haven't had anything that's kept me out of the game for too long. Probably I think the first year back after COVID, I did have a frozen shoulder. So I was on the field, but not really doing much. So, but I've been really, really lucky that I haven't missed a season, apart from the time that they said, no sport, nothing.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's impressive.
Been really lucky. Yeah. Thank you.
So how did you make the transition from seniors to masters? Because I know other women that play football in seniors and are old enough to play masters, but they're somewhat wary to take that next step. How did you deal with making that transition from seniors to masters?
Well, I also was playing seniors when I started masters, and I was playing seniors for St Kilda. I wasn't really enjoying it. I was ready to just go, that's it, I'm done with footy. I don't want to play anymore. It's too rough. I'm getting hurt too much, blah, blah, blah. And then I had a teammate say to me, who played for St Kilda previously, and said, look, there's masters starting. We're a bit short. Can you fill in? And I went, oh, yeah, sure, no worries. Can I play both? And they're like, yeah, you can get a permit to play both. So I was like, okay, no worries. And I literally got on the ground, and I reckon maybe my first kick, and I thought, do you know what? I could play this another 5 years easy. Not easy as in I'm going to, dominate or whatever, but my body's going to be able to cope with it, and I'm going to be able to play it and enjoy it and love it. And the fact that we train one night a week and we play every fortnight is perfect.
Yeah.
So and I have still been playing seniors. This year I haven't played as much because I left the team I was playing for. Again, I wasn't enjoying it. And I guess now you notice all the stuff that goes on, all the egos from all the senior teams that you play for, that you just, I guess we're getting older and we go, do you know what? I don't want to deal with that anymore. I just want to play football. I don't want to get involved in all the drama. I just want to enjoy playing football, be with my teammates, have fun, learn, teach people. I love teaching people on the ground, whether they're my teammate or my opponent. I love helping out women players, and I just love that there's so many people playing. But now I don't know if I'll play seniors again this year. Next year I did fill in a little bit, but definitely focused on masters.
Yeah. So that sort of transition, you've done it in bits and pieces. You've kind of kept hold of the seniors a little bit, but yeah.
I just haven't found the right mix for seniors anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty full on. And then if you're playing against 18-year-olds who can run rings around you,
they're very fast, the little buggers. Yes. That's where the experience has to come in, and you just have to give them a little push off to the shot side. I did play a match up in Ballarat this year, and I was playing against a girl who was on 93 goals, and she had to kick 7 to get her 100th, and they put me on her, and I was like, that's it. You are not kicking your 100th goal on me today. And a lot of the times, anything I did, she goes, oh, you're a cheat, yeah, and she just constantly had to go at me, and I'm just like, I'm just playing smart. I'm just, you're running under the ball. I'm just giving you a little nudge under that. I'm not pushing you over. I'm not being a cheat. But she ended up kicking 100 the next week. So,
well done.
But it wasn't on me, so I was happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I've forgotten exactly no, I remember now. So coaching, when did you start getting involved in coaching?
I was at St Kilda City, or at St Kilda Sharks at the time. Our coach had started the year coaching, and then halfway through the year, or maybe she finished the year off, but the next year we came back, and you know what, I can't tell you what year it could have been. I'm pretty sure it was early 2000s. I took over coaching. Might have been 2003, because I think we won 2004.
Yep.
So, we started the year, we didn't have a coach, and they just said, oh, what about you, Blouse? Can you coach? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Well, I guess I can, it wasn't something I was thinking of. And then I remember ringing my brother on the way home, who also coached football, and I said, oh, look, I've just taken over the coaching role at St Kilda. What position do I play? And he goes, you play whatever position you want. You're the coach. And occasionally I try to pull that. Yeah. Occasionally I try and pull that string, but sometimes they're like, Blouse, get out of the forward line. You shouldn't even be here. You don't know what you're doing. Go back to what you know. So I always love telling that story. But and ever since taking over that coaching, I guess you think about the coaches that you've had over the years, who you've been impressed by and who you haven't been impressed by, and you kind of get your own style on how you want to coach. So and it has had its challenges, obviously, and but it's really rewarding, to see people grow and become better players. And you see, and I guess I probably see it more now in masters, because I'm paying more attention to how people are improving, and there's more of that relationship, if that makes sense, that you kind of gain in the older level, which is great. When you're playing young in the seniors, I know I had a bit of a clash with a player a couple of years ago, and she was like, oh, when I first met Blouse, I hated her, I couldn't stand her, she was always telling me, do this, do that, and then she goes, and then one day I listened, and Blouse was right. Like, she's not trying to say negative things about me, she's trying to make me a better player. So it finally clicked with her. She goes, I know what she means now. She wants the best for me. She's not trying to put me down. And I don't believe I'm negative to players. I think that I just go, if you do this, or you tack the ball, you use your strength or your height or whatever, then I'm trying to make them better players, because I can see that they can be better players.
Yeah.
With what they've got, without having to say, okay, you need to start going to the gym 50 times a day, not 50 times a day, but you know what I mean? They're so close to being great players. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think too, with coaching the more mature women who may be new to football, just seeing their confidence grow in themselves is amazing.
Yeah, it's really great. And even in our team, we have different levels of players, and we've got those players who've obviously played as long as I have, and some who have who are really naturally talented and play really well, and then there are the others who have just started. And Amanda, who's our captain, she started 5 years ago. She'd never played football before, and then she has just grown as a player, and now she's our captain. And even this year, she's like, oh, I can't believe I'm captain. I don't think I should be captain. I'm like, I didn't vote you captain. The team voted you captain, because we believe that you could be captain. And she's just grown even more from that. It's just this, I don't know, this growth that you see out of them. And it's really amazing to see, and just go, I'm really proud of how well you've taken on this challenge and just enjoyed it.
So what do you get out of being involved then? What gets you there week after week, continuing to play?
It's interesting, because I actually don't live anywhere near Port Melbourne. Like, it's an hour for me to drive to training. And I had some mates come over, obviously, for my dad's service, and it was here in Baxter. And one of the girls went, "Oh my God, you are really committed to football, driving that far." But I guess it's the release that you get from football. Like, at the start of the year, I took on a coaching role at Sandy Dragons, and I was loving it, loving the under 18 girls, loving it, loving seeing their progress. And then they handed me the fixture for the year, and I looked at the first 5 rounds, and they were all on the days of Masters games. And then they said, "Oh, and also we're changing our training from Monday to Wednesday to Tuesday and Thursday." And so Thursday night we train. And I just looked at it and thought, that means I can't play Masters.
Yep.
So it was a big kind of, okay, do I want to go further in my coaching career, or do I want to keep doing the thing that I love and have a release from football? Have a release from everyday life. So football is really, for me, is I don't think about the bills I have to pay. I don't think about my job, my business. I don't think about what's happening at home, any bill, anything like that. It's all about just playing football and doing the best I can and just having a great time. And so I was like, if I keep this coaching role, I'm not going to play Masters. It's just going to be all work and no play. And that's going to make a very grumpy blousey. And I do remember messaging Amanda and saying, these are the options. And she goes, "Oh, well, no one likes a grumpy blouse." I'm like, yes. So it was, and I'm really glad I made that decision, because I really do love playing Masters, and I love the team that we've created in the atmosphere. And, it's just something that, it would be great to keep going with my coaching career, but I wasn't prepared to give Masters up for it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just being with the girls. I just really enjoy it. And I even enjoy when we do play other teams and see them playing well and doing well, and someone kicks a good goal or someone does something good, or, I'll run past and I'll high five them and I'll say great mark or good kick or great goal, or, because it gives them a booster.
Yeah.
So, I do love that.
Yeah, because, by the time you get to Masters, we're not playing for sheep stations.
No.
And certainly not going to get picked up and drafted for AFLW, unlike what some people I'm sure think that they are going to.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah. And so with that decision then, obviously, you've decided that being happy is what's most important. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. There's too many stresses, I think, in your daily life as it is, to then add another one and remove the thing that makes you most happy. So, football is just that release that you can get. And, there'll be times that you literally do not think about anything. And I do know when my dad got sick, I filled in for my mates. And I said, "Oh, look, Dad's in hospital." And they said, "Oh, shit, should you be here?" And I said, "Yes, I need to be here because I need that release. I need to not think about what's happening at home. I just want to play football. I want to have fun, get money, do whatever. It didn't matter if we were winning or losing. I just needed that release." So absolutely.
Yeah. So obviously you're involved in Masters, so you coach and play
Yes.
at Port Melbourne Colts.
Yes.
Who are
Yes.
based in Port Melbourne, which is not where
Yes.
you live.
No.
But then you've also taken another step forward with Masters and play for Vic Country
Yes.
in our national Masters competition.
Yes.
And you've just also found out that you've made the team to go off to Ireland next year, which is fabulous.
Yes, I have. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. We have been given our running program for the month, and it's a lot of running. Don't tell Kiwi I said that. She did actually, when she rang me, she said, "Oh, we've picked a really, really fast team, except for you." And I was like, "Oh, good. Thank God. Thank God." But she did say, "Look, we've picked you for your experience." And I was like, "Okay, good." I still obviously need to pick up my fitness. But also what I've done is I've roped in some of my Port Melbourne girls to come and join me. We're joining a Gaelic team because we obviously need to practice playing with a round ball. So I'm dragging as many of them with me as I can, and so hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. And the Gaelic team that we're training with, they also train at Port Melbourne after us on a Thursday night. So it's good that we kind of keep that, I guess, start that relationship, because we kind of cross paths and we never actually really talk to each other. So it'll be great to go and learn a new sport and meet some new people, and travel to Ireland. It's going to be amazing. Expensive, absolutely, but amazing. So
what's money for but to enjoy playing sport?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So I'm very excited and honoured to really honoured to be able to be given that chance to play over in Ireland.
Exciting. I'm too. I'm jealous.
Yeah. I'll send you the bill for all the uniform, and then you probably won't be jealous.
No. So being involved at community level in sport, which you have done for a long time, what do you think are the benefits for other people to come and get involved in a community sport level sport?
I always say, like, one of the things whenever we're trying to get new players or just getting people involved is football training is free. You can come to training. We don't mind if you don't want to play, that's okay. Just come down and run around with us. You'll meet a great new group of women. You'll have a lot of laughs. And then literally we have people who come and train once, they fill in a game, and they go and buy boots the next week. So they are hooked,
don't they? I know.
Yeah, and they don't buy cheap boots. They buy like shiny gold ones. They're hooked and they love it. And I guess playing community football is great, I guess. And I will keep going back to just that release, that thing of doing something for yourself, because I know there's so many mums out there who have so many other pressures and they don't have time to go and exercise on their own. And I know throughout my whole career, I always struggled training on my own, but I could drive an hour to train with 6 of my mates. And that was ever since I was 18, 19. So I'm a little bit better now training on my own. But even doing that beak test, Amanda suggested that, a few of us do it. And, it helped so much that there was more people running it. And, they're already looking forward to when we do it again. So I guess it's just about meeting new people and getting to know different people of, so many different demographics.
Yep. Okay. So is there anything else that you think we need to know about the Belinda Blau's story?
I'll tell a story. We were playing Northside this year, and we were winning quite well. And I'd been chatting to the umpire, and I saw that he'd given away a 25 metres for someone running over the mark. Right, fair enough. Someone ran over the mark. I think it was the opposition who did it at the time. And then Northside got a free kick in front of goal, and I remember looking at the goals thinking, she's a bit far out. So what I did was I deliberately ran over the mark, right? And the umpire looked at me to go, you should know better than to do that. What are you doing, Blouse? You know better than that. And I nodded at him to go, give it to me, give it to me. So he gave the 25-metre penalty. She was right in front of goal. She kicked the goal. Some of the Northside players weren't real happy about it because, we don't need charity, blah, blah, blah. But I heard the chick running back to the centre going, that was awesome.
Yep.
And so to just do little things like that in a game of football, I guess it just shows that we want everyone to play well. We want everyone to have fun. We don't want to, my team, and I always say we don't have to be assholes when we're out there. We can play good football, but we don't have to be mean.
Yeah.
We don't have to throw people to the ground because, we all have jobs to go to in the morning. We all, on Monday. So it's really Masters this year or any of the years is just about women getting out there and having fun. And I'm loving that there's already talk of more teams coming in. And someone said, I don't know who it was, another team said this year that they really want to hate us, but they can't because we're so nice to them.
Yeah.
So,
your team is very disciplined and would have to be one of the cleanest playing teams.
Oh,
I think,
thank
in the
you.
competition. So that's a credit to you and your team members. So well done.
Thank you. I think pretty much what I try and do with my team is I just try and teach them the basics. If we do the basics well and we are constant on that, and I always say that I bang on a lot about certain stuff, but no matter what the level of your ability, if you can do these basic things well, we will do well as a team.
Yep.
So, and you see the players growing from just us doing those basic things well, and then, you know, and I won't share any of my other one of my secrets, because then everyone will know. But I think we just want to play really good football, but also we want to keep learning, and also we want people to also enjoy play football. So we don't want people going, oh, we played against you, and now I'm injured and I can't play, and you guys are too rough and all the rest, because I don't like it when I get treated that way. So I don't want my team treating anyone else like that. So I know there was a discussion a while ago where someone said, "Oh, one team was rough." I said, if it was my team, I would want to know, so then I could address it. So
Yeah.
I guess we love playing football, not only my club but my teammates, and we love the Masters competition, and we think it's amazing, and we're excited at how much it's growing over the years. So I'm looking forward to another great season next year.
Absolutely. So I think we'll end it there. Great job. Great to hear
Thank
some
you very
more and
much.
learn some more about you. Didn't know you had a twin brother, but now I do.
Oh, there you go.